I hope this part is clarified today. So tomorrow someone comes and tells you that singing bhajan is the highest path. Because so many in India will tell you that. What in what way will you understand that? Huh? In a way. It's in a way, yes, it's right that maybe their temperament is such that they resonate the most with singing devotional song. You see, but we are not to get shaken because we see that it cannot be just in the singing part itself. So if you were to ask them, so what happens, my brother or sister, what happens after you sing the bhajan? Why are you calling it the highest? I can guarantee you they will say that it brings us to God's presence, God's light when we are silent after the bhajan. So then we don't say, no, your path is not the highest. It's so indirect. How many bhajans you have to sing? Yes, whatever resonates with you, as long as you come to his darshan, true revelation about his reality, which is the same as my highest reality, then that pathway is the best. So these are modern problems that we have. Hopefully, I don't know. Actually, no, because even in the past there was so much debate. But I doubt that anybody would go to Tukaram ji and say, why you go from village to village with your iktara and keep singing these bhajans? You see? Don't you know that you should ask yourself who you are? Or Mami Rabai, why are you composing all these bhajans and all? Such a waste of time. So we must not get into any of that pride. In fact, the whole story of Uddhav ji meeting Radha ji is about this. All of you know of it, this story? I think maybe on Zoom they may not be soon. So I'll just share a quick one, and I'm the worst teller of this story, so please don't rely on my telling of it. So Lord Krishna had a very close friend who was a Mahagyani. His name was Uddhav ji, Uddhav. Uh, so what happened is that one day Lord Krishna was missing Radhaji so much that he was physically ill in bed with the amount that he was missing her. You see? Now, Uddhavji was Ashtavakra variety of sage. So he went to Lord and said, my Sakha, my friend, don't you see that your Maya has got you? You see? What are you crying over a woman? You are the Lord of this universe. None of this is real. You see? How could you be so badly caught in avidya? Huh? So the version of the story I like, Krishna being the only trickster more than Maya, who's ever been, said to Uddhav, yes, yes, Uddhav, thank you, brother, you opened my eyes. I now see how badly I was caught up in Maya. You see? But now there's a problem. All these villagers of Vrindavan, they are caught up in the same affliction. You see? So can you do me a favor? I have some busy, kingdom stuff to run. Can you go to my dear Vrindavan and explain to all of them that this is all Maya? You see? They're wasting time remembering me and crying. You see? And this part I can't. I wish I could tell better, but So Uddhavji takes it on to himself, the Mahagyani, that I will go and enlighten people. See? So he gets to Vrindavan, and there he sees everybody is missing Krishna, like they've lost their very breaths. They just crying out of love for him. It is said that there was a river which was not on the maps, and that river was because they had all cried so much since he had left. You see? So they saw that the king's chariot is coming. So they thought that their beloved Krishna, who played with them when he was a baby and a young child, he has come. And all of them got their hopes up, saying we get to see our beautiful Krishna again. And they see that not Krishna, but somebody else who's looking very royal has come. So they say, they welcome him first and they say, oh, have you got us a message from our beloved one? So he says, yes. You see, and some gopis are there, some of Krishna's friends, sakhas are there. So he says, yes, Krishna has told me, he has sent me here to enlighten all of you that you are badly stuck in Maya because you are attached to a body. You see? You're badly stuck. So they hear his report, and all of them get got deeper into that missing of Krishna and say, see this trickster. He didn't come. Not only has he not come, he sent a friend who's telling us such bitter things that our love for our Krishna was just Maya. It was never real. That what we feel for him was not reality. It was just an attachment. So like this, and something is starting as seeing their love and how much they love Krishna, something is starting to happen to Uddhava also. He's starting to waver a bit, you see. Then it's a long story, beautiful one, and in Hindi it's available. Maybe we can translate. But then he meets Radha Ma herself, the very embodiment of the love of God. So she tells him that, so she hears what he has to say, and for a long time she doesn't know what to say, because here's a man who's telling her that her very existence, her very being, the light in her heart itself is false, is Maya, is something to be thrown away. So then she tells him that, Uddho tumre naina adhure. So which means that your seeing is incomplete. You have seen the truths, but your intellect has gotten hold of that truth and you're missing the love. But just seeing how she was and how much in the outer grief, but how much she was shining, having given up on herself, her body, her mind, her intellect, having handed over everything to the Lord. And in that apparent grief of Vira, of Vyakulta, of not being with him, and yet she was the most shining being that he had ever encountered. So he couldn't make sense of it. How can this one be such a beautiful embodiment of light and yet seemingly be caught up in some worldly Maya attachment? You see? So then what happened is that in that love that he felt with everyone, he himself started to fall in love in his heart. And he just wanted to taste that love more and more and more. So they told him, go now, go. We are not listening to you. We are not going to be enlightened your way. We are happy with our way. We are happy in our separation, in that bittersweet love in our heart for the Lord. You go, go. So he said, no, no, no. Can I just stay? So then they said, no, but Krishna is waiting for you. Go tell him that we've told you this. He said, no, I want to stay at Radhaji's feet. Can she teach me? Can she become my teacher? So then, in the discipleship of Radhaji, then Uddhava became a real sage where he understood the value of bhakti, the value of devotion, the value of unconditional love for God. Okay? And we lose the pride of knowledge. We can have only one of two things. We can have knowledge of our pride, or we can have pride of our knowledge. Okay? Humility is to have knowledge of our pride. Arrogance is to have pride about knowledge. And that knowledge which makes us proud is not capital K knowledge anyway. It has been now contaminated and it has become intellectual knowledge, spiritual pride. So we must never feel that one path is lower, these stupid villagers of Vrindavan, let me go teach them what is reality, what Krishna, Krishna they keep doing.